Hi.
Hi, all of you. Hi, Tashi. How are you?
I'm good, darling. I'm just going to put my camera correctly. Give me a second. Here I am. Hi.
Hi. So, how is this period treating you?
Sorry?
How is this period treating you?
Excellent. I'm
Wow.
actually in a very good space.
Nice. So, let's have a quick introduction of yours to the
Yes.
people who are there live with us.
So, those of you who do not know me, my name is Ashtar Tashi. I am known as Tashi. Everybody calls me Tashi as well. And I am a spiritual healer and guide. And I'm also a thought leader. And I'm also known as a joyologist, someone who gives joy, who adds joy to your life. And I'm an author of a book called Keep Shining as well. So I am happy to be here, actually. So thank you so much, Hitasha. And thanks to your magazine Travel Jingles for having me
It's
here.
a pleasure.
Yeah, it's
a
very
pleasure.
exciting. Yeah, I'm so happy that we've got so much to talk about. And I think at this period, the way things are going, I think social media is doing a great job connecting people and also, of course, sharing a lot of interesting information and guiding others. So I am enjoying this period a lot. I honestly am. I think I'm busier than
Nice.
ever. I am more busy than I was normally, at least work-wise more busy. It's good. It's good.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Thanks for
So,
joining,
let's start.
Anjali. Yeah, tell me. I'm
So,
just
let's
trying to.
start and let's. That's always a welcome to whoever is joining right now.
Yeah, welcome everyone, whoever's joining us. Thank you. Yeah, tell me.
So, since spirituality is your key subject, because you know what we've been hearing off and on, people have been really cribbing and they're not very happy with the beginning of year 2020.
Oh, yes.
So, on your spiritual lines, what would you say about this pandemic which is happening and people are just shattered, be it their work, be it their life, be it their, personal life, whatever?
So what's happened, Hitasha? Hi, Sukhi. What's happened is that 2020, I have been hearing such horrific things that people are saying, like you just mentioned, right? People are saying that I wish this year never happened. And can we, kind of press Control Delete and get this year out of our systems and all? But why? Why do you want it out? That's why it's important for everyone to understand the energy of this. Okay? Now, everything, every being, every person, every element of nature has its own energy. And the energy of Mother Earth per se is that of a 4. Okay? And also the year 2020, the energy is that of number 4. Now, what does 4 mean is what I want to explain to you. 4 is the number of complete chaos, but then followed by absolute order. That till you do not bring everything down to the ground, to ground zero, you can't rise up and become refreshed and new again. That is the energy of 4. And Mother Earth has that energy already. Nature, Mother Earth has that energy. So what is happening in 2020, Hitasha, is that everything is breaking down. Everything is coming down to the basics. This pandemic, it could have been anything else. People were asking me, is this Kali Yuga? Is this the Pralay? I've had people write to me and ask me those questions. Well, if you want to call it that, call it what you may, but please bear with it, because this is the way the universe is going to behave right now, is that until there is no complete breakdown, There is not going to be resurrection. Things cannot be resurrected unless there is absolute finishing of things. So when you want to make a new building, when you want to build a new house, you want to build a new construction, one way of doing it is that, okay, you just add floors to the building, right? The foundation might be weak, but you're just adding weight to it by adding more slabs to it, right? But the other way, the more sensible, a little more expensive maybe, method would be to break it down, raise it to the ground, build a new thing and start building from scratch, right? And when you do that, that is when the new energies will develop. That is when you're going to be able to let go of all that you've been holding on to and make a new fresh start. And that is what 2020 is all about. So that is something that people must understand, guys. Stop cribbing. Why don't we use this opportunity to realize that this is the way it is going to be now? What everybody is saying about new normal, no, Hitasha? There is nothing as a new normal.
I was coming to that.
Yeah, there is nothing as a new normal. There is only normal. You want to make it sound very exotic and say new normal. Sure, everybody can say whatever they want. But this is life. So the joy of acceptance of anything in life is so much, isn't it more easier if you would just accept it and say, okay, you know what, I think I want to accept it the way it is because I really can't change much. If I'm going to fight it, if I'm going to resist it, I'm going to go against it, it is going to push me back further. Anything in life.
Right.
If you push against something, you're resisting it, आप पीछे होते जाएंगे, everything's going to push you back.
Right.
But if you don't resist and you just go with the flow of things, you will just flow into and flow out easy. And people who are finding this whole scenario so difficult and making such a big hoo-ha about it, yes, it is difficult. Now what? It is difficult. It's not that everybody else is sitting difficult and I'm sitting easy, so I'm saying this. I'm also going through the difficulty. Of course I am. But then I'm just taking it in my stride and saying, okay, fine, if this is it, then so it is. We just carry on doing whatever we're doing.
Right. But do we think that there will be a fresh altogether when people will meet the way they used to meet like in the past?
Sorry, repeat that, please.
Do you think once, the lockdown gets over, the life would become the same? I mean, now that we have the social distancing, which is there. So do you think that people would come again under the same, same table, they'll kind of meet and greet together?
So that is a question okay, so my take on this is too simple. Hi Jyotsna, nice to see you, babe. Hi Janak. So my take on this is, Hitasha, that it is going to be, so human mind, the human psyche, the human mind is something very difficult to understand. What it would do, pretend that everything is back to normal. We're going to try and pretend that everything is back to normal. But I think we will be being very foolish. We will be very foolish. Because remember, it's a disease we are talking about. It is not a flood where the waters have receded and there is going to be some little illness because of that water, collecting and okay, some damage, collateral damages. No, this is bigger than that. We are talking about wiping out people with a disease. So if you are sensible, which I think most people have no choice but to be now, so let's be sensible, guys. Let's not want to party all over again. Let's not want to be in crowded places. Of course you want to party. Of course you may want to meet your friends. Why don't you have smaller gatherings maybe? Maybe have more intimate, smaller gatherings where people have space to move. In a room, in a living room, in your home. Everybody is not sitting together all the time. We're not eating out of the same plates and same spoons as everybody else. We are going to be wearing masks. My husband and I were just talking the other day about how cosmetic companies are going to, what's going to happen to the lipstick manufacturers? All of us women love wearing lipsticks, right? I love my lipsticks. So what happens now So he said, maybe we should make masks, with a transparent plastic thingy here. So at least you can see your color, right? Or maybe have masks with lipsticks drawn on it. So you can just place that.
Transparent mask.
Either transparent masks or masks with lipsticks painted on them. I don't know. Somebody, whoever's listening, can invent something. Go ahead, please do it. But yeah, so life is going to be difficult and different, but that is going to be the way we have to accept it. We are going to have to maintain social distancing. Please, let's not be stupid. We are intelligent beings here. Let's not take life for granted. Our problem has become that we have started taking life for granted, and that's why we are facing this.
True.
Hi, Anjani. Yes, let's let our lips breathe. What a good idea. No, but I still love my lipstick, darling. What to do? Once in a while, it's okay to let them breathe. Hey, Sachin.
So
good to see you, darling. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Sachin.
So we have this question also, how to work on personal relationships going to be. Lockdown seems difficult.
So, yes, it is difficult. What's happening is that I have a lot of clients who are telling me that they are having a tough time in relationships right now during lockdown. Because what's happening, Tasha, is that people go to work, people living together, whether it's parents and kids or, people who are living together in any kind of relationship, everybody is busy doing something. One person is staying home, the other is going to work, or both are going to work, coming back later, you have things to catch up on. Here you are breathing in each one's space and face all the time. It is going to be challenging, yes. So the right way to do that is, I was just, recording something for another channel the other day. And that's what I said. Please look out for your me time. Your me time is so essential. Please take a break from your partners and from your children and your family. Please do that. You don't have to be present all the time. Don't say that you have to be 24/7 a mother, 24/7 a wife, 24/7, the caretaker of the house. Why would you want to do that? Why can't you delegate and take some time off for yourself? What are you trying to prove here? That you're a wonderful wife, that you're a wonderful homemaker? Come on, everybody already knows who you are. Just calm down. You don't have to prove nothing. Just because you're stuck with each other, in the same space, fortunately or unfortunately, it doesn't mean that you have to be in each other's space. So please take out time, husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, parents, children. Please tell yourselves that, time out. Move away from that. Go into another room, sit in the bathroom and read a book for all you care. But don't be in each other's space all the time. You don't have to eat meals together, sitting all the time at the same place. You don't have to. Right. So relationships, now there are two ways of looking at this. One is that you get very hecked up and very bothered about being together all the time. So the relationships are going for a toss. The other thing is that take this opportunity to talk about your relationships. Learn to resolve. Things are not happening today. Obviously, there have been undercurrents of discomfort in this relationship, which are now appearing on the top because you have so much time being, with each other. If that is the case, whoever's question this was, sir or madam, I would like to say that please look at this also as an opportunity to resolve your issues. So communication is a very beautiful thing. And at this period of lockdown, communication is your best tool. You must talk to each other. I was giving this advice to another client yesterday that if you cannot speak directly, if you are not the person who talks straight up with your partner or with the person you have an issue with, write it down. Have a little conversation by writing an email or a letter to each other. Converse, communicate, do anything, do whatever it takes. But use this period also to resolve your relationships. This is important.
So I have another very interesting question that, because everyone is at home, so everyone's schedule is going topsy-turvy. So is there a way that they can calm themselves and they can maintain that regular lifestyle? Maybe because, people wake up during the night and they sleep during the day.
So now that becomes a very personal thing. You have to plan your schedule. Everybody has to plan their schedule. If you think that you're going to be be awake all night and binge watching on Netflix and on TV shows and social media. That's your call. But then you are wasting very precious time. Remember, at some point you do have to go back to life, whatever the life might be, whatever the life might be. It's after so-called hashtag lockdown. वापस तो जाना ही है ना काम में. Whether you're working from home or whatever, when work happens full time and you're still a work from home person, or you're going back to an office space with your mask and your gloves and all of that, you're still getting back to an orderly life of work. So why not start putting yourself in that schedule from now? Do your fun stuff on the weekends like you always did. Okay, so you can wake up a couple of hours late every day if you want. Instead of waking up at 7, wake up at 10. It doesn't matter. But please do not spoil your entire routine, because remember, when you do that, you're also harming your health in the process. You're eating at the wrong time, you're sleeping at the wrong time, you're over binging on food and alcohol and everything else. So then you can't complain. There are all these memes and all these jokes all over the internet talking about, I've put on so much weight. It's all weight related jokes and all of that that's happening. Of course it's going to happen. So if you are a person who likes to exercise, who does some kind of routine, please stay with your routine. Getting into a messed up schedule is your responsibility, or repairing it is also your responsibility.
Right. So there's another question we have, that will we have to stay with this corona? I mean, will it become a part of our life in the future as well?
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. I was being asked this about predictions the other day, and somebody said to me, a client asked me that, how long do you think this is going to last? Do I predict anything? I don't predict. I think nobody can predict really. But the way I am seeing the flow of energy, I am seeing it as September. So people will go back to normal life from June end. Around June end, people will start moving to regular life maybe. But we have to be very careful, because this is going to be another wave that is going to come back. The wave is going to come back. We have to be very, very careful. So when we are saying, okay, the lockdown is over, the government is not foolish. The government is very smart to even do this lockdown ka breakdown in a staggered manner. They're okay saying, okay, now only so many offices can open, or so many shops can open, or these are the services that can be made available. That staggering is happening for a sensible reason. So people need to stop cribbing, number one. And when corona, it's a disease, remember, and it's an infectious disease. It is going to have its second wave. But if you want to avoid it, then let's take all the precautions possible. But I personally, I am not energetically, when I look at it, I am not seeing it cleaning up till September. Not till September. Mid-September, at September, that's when we'll see it cleaning up a little bit. But it's a part of life now. It's a part of life. Please be prepared. It's a part of life.
But at the same time,
all kind of flus became a part of life, no, Natasha.
But a vaccine is going to come for sure.
Exactly. But that doesn't mean that we start acting silly, thinking that
obviously.
Vaccine to aa hi jayega. We cannot think.
No, obviously.
Yeah.
That's very true. And also there was this another question which was there about the small time work, or basically the startups, people who kind of put in their monies. So what effect will this number 4 get on their work, or something which is like a couple of years old business? So would that affect their work also?
Yeah. So number 4 is going to affect everybody. Number 4 is affecting everybody. My suggestion to people who are in any kind of business, be it startups, be it an old business, please remember, now you have the opportunity, which is very fortunate, I think, which you haven't had earlier in your lifetime, that you now have the opportunity to sit back and actually rework your priorities for your business. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying? So rework the priorities, things that you have missed out on before, be it your marketing techniques, be it your way of dealing with business. How do you approach people? How are you communicating with your vendors, with your clients? It's all needing a change. It's all going to shift. It's all going to shift. So things that you have not spent time on before, spend time on it now. Business people, please listen very carefully. Look at doing some kind of research. Look at reinventing yourself. Look at recreating. What is it that you need to do now to add more value to your current business? It is a challenge. It is a challenge. But let's make the most of it. Let's not just say, oh my God, my life is over. It isn't over. It's not over till it's over. There's a song, right? So it's not going to get over. We cannot all jump off the bridge. We all have to face the music right now. So to face it, the right way is, what is the positive approach? Please start recreating your product, your branding. Please start researching about your product. See what is the competition doing around the world. What is your competition doing around the world with their product? Learn, upgrade your skills. Use this time effectively to upgrade your skill, so that tomorrow, if you do not have, your plan A is not working to the best capacity, you have a plan B or even a plan C.
See, that's true. That's true.
Right? So the word is recreate, reinvent, research. Right? Just do everything as a repeat it. Do it differently.
Right. And what about people who are getting into, or I would put it this way, people who've already got into depression and anxiety, because it's almost 2 months now. So,
Yes.
everyone, they have their own take to take something like this, which they've never faced.
Of course.
So people might be staying away from their families, or they would be just a couple staying alone, or a single person staying, alone. So how to fight with this anxiety and depression?
One thing I have always felt, Hitasha, I've been saying this for 17 years of my profession now. Communication is the key to a lot of problems in our lives. Communication. So if you are sitting alone, or you're a young couple, or whatever, old couple for that matter, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're with somebody or without somebody, even the young children and everything like that, please stay in connection with other people. Social distancing, of course, but please stay in touch. We are fortunate that we have the benefits of social media, the benefits of digital communication. When we were growing up, when I was growing up, there was no mobile phone, right? I saw it whenever I saw it. I'm not revealing my age, but yeah, I saw it not too many years ago, whatever, right? But having said that, I think communication is the key. Please be in touch with your friends. Please be in touch with your loved ones. We are all reaching out, and please ask for help. My request to everyone, if you are going through any kind of low phase, which you might be, we're humans, it's normal, please reach out. Ask for counseling, ask for help. Reach out to me. I'd be more than happy if you can reach out to me and DM me and everything and tell me that you're going through a tough time. We'll have a chat. I'll try and pull you out of it. That's what human spirit is all about. Standing up for each other, standing with each other. Be there for someone else so someone else can be there for you. It's so simple, right?
That's true.
But we like to complicate matters. So of course you're going to go through anxiety and depression, but please connect with people. Your key is communication. Your key is being in touch with people, and do not get stuck with only social media. Stop watching too much of news. That is driving people crazy. The numbers, the statistics, how many people are dying, how many hospitals are not functioning, how many more new cases. It is scary. It is scary. And the more we watch this, the more scared we get, and it makes it worse. So put a limit to the amount of news you want to watch also. I've removed myself from 6-7 WhatsApp groups the minute we went into lockdown 2 months ago. I said I refuse to be a part of any stories where I'm only sharing all this stuff. So I've removed myself from all WhatsApp groups. Maybe you guys should try that too. Don't get any information. Ignorance is bliss sometimes.
No, that's actually true, because I could feel something was going wrong with me also during the initial times, that, when I was watching too much of television, so, that anxiety mode was coming on me also.
Of course.
So I had to actually put a full stop to that. Yeah.
I don't watch too much. I know, okay, fine. So many cases are coming up. So basic intelligent information is important, right? Yeah. We need the basic information, but why overdo it? And please discourage, if you are the sensitive kind of person, then please discourage friends and family from sending you horrific news. You know,
That's true.
terrible, catastrophic news and WhatsApp forwards and things that are happening. You can actually request your friends and family to stop sending them. I did that.
I've done that. I've done that. Yeah, I've done the same.
I say, please don't send me. If you cannot send me something positive, don't share negative, because I'm not doing it either. I'm only sharing positive stuff.
I agree.
Yeah, it's up to us how we
No,
want to
you
do it.
are a very positive person. So I know, you know.
I try. Yeah, I'm blessed. I'm actually blessed with that. Yeah, I stay positive.
That's a very good thing. And also tell me something. How would a person? I mean, if a person would want to stay calm during these times, so what is the key, and what should the people do?
Meditate. Learn to meditate. And meditation, guys, does not mean कि आप deep sadhana में चले जाएं. You don't have to, kind of go into the space of, oh my God, I need to meditate. That itself is a stressful thing for people.
Yeah.
So you don't have to stress yourself about it. If you don't know how to meditate, all you need to do is plug in some peaceful music and just sit with your eyes closed or even your eyes open, but sit in a quiet place. Whether it's a balcony, whether it's a room, if you're in a one-room place or you have a sit-out or you don't have a sit-out, doesn't matter. But just sit in silence with music. Why I say any kind of soft calming music? Because then you don't get trapped by the outside sounds. Though long-time meditators like myself, we can meditate without music. Only I'm sure there are many people who are already meditators here. I guess we can meditate even with outside sounds. It takes us deeper into the meditative state.
Yeah.
But many people can't do that, which is a normal thing. So please plug in some music, go into that space. Another way to calm yourself is read easy reading. Don't read heavy stuff. Don't read depressing heavy stuff. Read calming things, read poetry, listen to music. Just music. Listen to your Bollywood, listen to your English music, listen to whatever. Do exercise in some form or the other, either walk or dance or do whatever it takes that gets you a little moving. Go up and down your staircases. Keep yourself a little active. That will keep your mind calmer. It keeps the adrenaline rush up a little bit. Be romantic. Please try. I know it may not be very easy being stuck with your partner 24/7, but bring some romance back. Cooking food is very therapeutic. I find cooking food very therapeutic. I'm a moody cook, but I'm a good one. But I'm very, very focused. When I cook, it's a meditation for me. Okay? So these are things. Light candles in your room. Light candles. Fragrance. If you have a tub, then try and soak yourself once or twice a week. Soak yourself. And learn to switch off. There has to be a switch off button. एक दिमाग में switch off button होता है, उसको off कीजिए. And to put that button off, you need to move away from whoever is around you. Say, like I said right in the beginning, my time out, I need my space, leave me alone. Even if it's a one-room place, take your corner, sit in one corner. But at that moment, when you're in that corner, switch off. That's the only way to remain calm. Listen, guys, we have to make the most of what we have right now. Let's not get so demanding. Let's not get so fussy. Let's try and be there for each other and cooperate as well. And understand this is a part of life right now. For now, this is life. For now. So the more you crib, the more you resist, the more tough you're going to make it for yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And how to deal with anger during this time? I think anger is something,
Yeah.
Anger is something which, dealing with anger is a tough thing.
We're also angry for many reasons, no, Hitasha. We're not angry with just the people around us. All our anger is coming out on them, yes. But we are, hi Prashant, all our anger is coming out on people who are close to us. But the anger is deep-seated somewhere else. The anger is our frustration for not having control over the situation. Anger comes from a space of non-control. We have no control over something. So because we have no control, we cannot make it move our way, we are going to get angry. But then anger is not going to come up on myself alone. It's going to come out on you because I'm seeing your face 24/7 in the house, or my children,
That's
or
true.
whoever I'm staying with, right? Or the staff at
Yeah.
home. So understand that anger, to manage this anger, learn to go silent. Two ways to do it. One is to do not speak when you're in that angry state. Do not blurt out. Anything that you speak in anger, you are going to regret it, guys. I have done that myself, so I'm telling you out of experience. I have also done that in the past, where when being very angry, I've blurted out and regretted it. We're human, it's going to happen. So the trick to that is, when you are angry, move away, physically move away from that space. Even if it's 5 meters, move away. If I'm having an argument with you, Hitasha, I am not going to get into an angry shouting match with you. I will move away and step away and sit in another corner and say, you know what? Time out. I am not going to talk about this right now. I need time to think about it. Leave. But if
So
you
because
really
you also
need
maintain your own peace.
Yeah, you have to learn to maintain your own peace. And where is your self-respect? Respect yourself. Don't make a fool of yourself. Don't throw a tantrum just because you can. Right? And the other way to do it is that when you're angry and you're holding it in, and of course it's not good to hold that anger because it's going to become poisonous inside, it's going to become toxic for you. Right. Release your anger. And this is not only during COVID-19, guys. This is not during lockdown. This is generally my advice to you for anger. When you are very angry at a situation that you have no control over, please do write. Take it out, write it down, blurt it, write it on paper, throw it out, spew it out, vomit it out. Sorry, these are the words I'm going to use because anger is that toxic. You need to throw it out. Right? So you vomit it out, write it down wherever you want to. You can either burn that paper, pick it up, burn it. Just tear it up and put it in the flush and flush it away. Put it in the pot and flush it away. Okay? But get rid of it. Take it out of your system. You'll feel much better. But if you're going to get into a shouting match and blame game and all, then any situation will get only from bad to worse. And that's not good. So be warned of anger. Yeah. Go take a cold shower. If you're so angry, just go take a cold shower.
Yeah, it's summer, so they can actually take this.
Sorry. You're saying what?
No, I'm saying now it's actually summer also, so yeah, taking a shower would also help.
Yep, take a cold shower, get your anger off.
Would you want to share some 1 or 2 tips how to handle the period once the lockdown gets over? So what do they,
So once
something which they should keep in their mind?
Yeah, so prepare yourself that life is going to be different. Come to terms with it. Please, this is my request. This is a very important tip. Remember and learn now and for all, once and for all, that life is not going to be the same. We have been taking life for granted since we were born. And now is the time to understand we cannot take our life for granted. We have to know that change is inevitable. Our way of looking at life has to be different. Can we please all become more compassionate? Can we all become more positive? Can we all become more helpful? Can we all become more caring towards one another? This is going to help. You are going to need help from others, and that's going to come when you are going to be out there helping another. Reach out to people. Ask for help. Please ask for help. This is my request. Ask for help. When you are feeling down, when you are feeling upset, when you feel that you cannot handle certain things, please reach out and ask for help, either from your loved ones, your close friends, counselors like myself. I'm a spiritual counselor, so anytime when you're getting very trapped, please reach out. In fact, Hitasha, I would like to share here that on May 15, 16, the coming Friday, Saturday, next week, I am in fact hosting an online retreat on Zoom. I'm doing a 2-day retreat on Zoom. So people check in online and they register themselves, of course, prior. And then they do this 2-day retreat with me and a colleague of mine called Kausar Sultana. She's from Hyderabad. She's an intuitive healer herself. And we both are curating this retreat where we are teaching people how to make and write and use their own affirmations. Because we
Right.
believe that affirmations are a very important aspect of our life. We can change the way we think and the way the universe gives us what we need when we ask and demand from the universe. But how do we ask? What are the words we use? What is the power of words? So we are doing a session on affirmations. We're doing a session on learning how to meditate. We're giving tools. We're giving lifelong tools to people in that retreat. And that retreat is in your own home space. We're going to teach you how to create the ambience for your retreat and do it with us online. So meditation,
Right.
affirmations, we're doing chakra work. So you know what your chakras are all about and how your chakras create balance or imbalance in your life. And we're also talking about color healing. And all of this we are doing with the power of sound healing as well. So we're giving links for meditations that you can keep for your lifetime and keep.
Well, definitely people can check they can come and check your website for more details on this.
Yeah, they can come to my website. They can look at my Instagram
Yeah.
handles. The promotions are going to start. So please, enroll yourself for things like this. Anything that keeps you sane, guys. Anything that keeps you positive. And please keep the faith. Hitasha, that's a very important thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you're a religious person or a spiritual person or not. But keep the faith that this too shall pass. Negative things have not stayed forever. Positive things have not stayed forever. Tell me the last time
Changes.
something beautiful stayed in your life forever. Everything does pass, right?
Change is, I think, the only thing which is constant. Yeah,
change is the only thing that's constant, right? So if positive things haven't stayed in our life, why should the negative stay? This too shall pass.
Absolutely.
Keep the faith. Hi, Ashika. Thank you. Yes, please join us in the retreat. Thank you so much. I'd like that. Thank you. Great. So yeah,
I think we still have more people joining us now also.
Sure. I have all the time.
So I think it was a good session. So I think it was a good session.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Would you want to share something? People who are there, maybe you
ask anything, say something, please do. Because sorry, I have not read so many comments. I think Hitasha was reading them, whatever little few I checked out. But is there anybody who wants to say something? Please do share with us what you want to, your viewpoint.
I think let's hope for the best.
Hugs and I'm getting kisses and I love yous and all of that. But yeah, thank you, Hitasha, for making this happen today. Oh, that's nice, Hitasha. That's somebody telling you that. You should do this more often, Hitasha. So you need to be in touch with me more often. That's what the guy's saying. Sorry. Yeah, so it's not so bad. I have Anjani saying, yes, it's not so bad. Yes, Anjani, it isn't so bad after all. It's as bad as you want to feel. Let's put it that way. It's as bad as you want to feel. It's the same, so this lockdown, this COVID-19, no, Hitasha, has been such a leveler. It's not discriminated between anyone, amongst anyone.
Absolutely.
The rich, the
Absolutely.
Poor, the rich, the poor, the
India or outside India, anywhere. Yeah.
All over the world. Can you believe it? This is the only thing that has brought the whole world so-called down on its knees. And I think it's brilliant. That's why the energy of 4 is so important, like I said right in the beginning, that we are fortunate that we are getting an opportunity to rise and restart again, reboot.
Yeah.
Reboot. We are getting all a chance to shut our systems down and reboot, right? So even the retreat that I have curated with Kausar Sultana, our retreat is called the Revibe Retreat. So you're going to start revibrating. That's what we are calling it, the Revibe Retreat. Oh, I must say something while we're on this, Hitasha. I have to say something. That today is a very special full moon. It's called the flower moon. And it has, it's going to have its effect for the next 3 to 5 days. So those of you who are watching, please listen to this carefully. This full moon is called the flower moon. It is all about shedding what you don't need anymore. So we've got it at the perfect time. This full moon is all about what we don't want to keep within ourselves. Be it your value systems, be it your beliefs, be it your fears and your anxieties, be it things that you always held dear to yourself, even your work. Even
Right.
that things that you thought ki I will never be able to let go of this. Relationships that you're holding on to for dear life. And this lockdown period is actually showing you so much truth about your relationships too. Like we've discussed, you've asked me those relevant questions, Natasha.
Yeah.
So when we are struggling so much, maybe this full moon is the right energy time, people, to shed whatever it is that you do not need in your life anymore. So tonight and for the next 5 nights, if you want to, you should work on this aspect of yourself. So all you need to do is say a simple affirmation that I will share here with you, and just repeat it in your mind for the next 5 days. You may listen to this again and write it down if you wish. But the affirmation that I am channeling for you right now, if I may, please. I am open to releasing all that I do not need in my life from now onwards. I let go of all negative thought patterns, all negative belief systems, all energies that bring me down. I release right now. I transmute them to replace them with only positive thoughts, words, and actions. I feel my energy shift only to a much higher plane of consciousness. So be it, and so it is. So be it, and so it is. So be it.
Very nice.
So I hope you guys have written this down, because I haven't. I have just channeled it for you. So maybe you can watch the recording again. I don't know. But so say something similar. It doesn't have to be, adverb to this or whatever, ad lib, whatever. But of course you can write something similar and repeat it for the next 5 days. And another nice thing would be, because it's full moon, you must take in the energy. Even those of you who do not meditate, it would be nice if you would go out to any space which gets a little bit of moonlight. And even if you don't see the moon, that's fine. The energy of the full moon is in your environment. Even in the daytime. Even in the daytime, it's there. Just because you don't see the moon doesn't mean it's not there, obviously, right? So the full moon is there. The energy is very, very persistent. So be outdoors somewhere, in your garden, in your balcony, on your terrace, in your window, wherever you want. Breathe in the light of this full moon. So when you breathe in the light of the full moon, you are going to feel a shift inside. You may not feel it, but those who are sensitive to energies may feel it, of course. But those who don't even feel the energy, remember that you're breathing it in, and that's good enough. Please remember, meditation does not have results like that. It's not magic. Nothing is magic.
It's faith.
Right?
It's all faith.
So you just feel the energy. Please do it for yourself next 5 days. Morning, afternoon, evening, night, whenever you want.
Whatever time.
Yeah, whatever time, even for 5 minutes. Please make the most of this full moon energy. This is the last super moon of 2020 already. And there's so much you can get from it. So much you can get from it. I have an audio meditation of this Vesak full moon with me. So in case people are interested, if you DM me, I will have my assistant or my secretary, whatever, to WhatsApp the link to people if they want. So you just have to plug that in and do the meditation that's specifically for this full moon, for this Vesak.
Yeah.
So go ahead, you can connect with me.
So I think it was a good session, and I think I can keep on talking with you and keep on, gathering more of positivity from you.
Please, it's all yours.
So I think it was.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. I wish everyone who has watched us today, thank you for joining. That's so nice of you. Very kind of you people. And thank you so much, Hitasha, for having me. I have been very happy, and I hope to see more of you. I don't know if I'll come to Delhi whenever I come next, but inshallah, whenever. So take care and stay connected, guys. I am always around for you, with you. and sending you lots of love, guys. Keep shining, everyone. Thank you. Mwah. All of you guys, whoever I can't really read, but thank you so much.
Thank you guys for being a part today. Wish you all the best. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.
Yeah, stay
Bye.
home, guys. Stay home, stay home, stay home.
Very important, no?
Yeah, I've given them so much homework to do to stay home. Come on.
I'm sure they're going to start with this today itself onwards, no?
Yes, you must. Hitasha, if you need any help, just message me, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tashi. All the best. Take care. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.